Time for another Make a Weight Loss tea with me, and this one is a little request from my client Stacey for her daughter. We are going to do smash burgers and chips. First thing we need to get on is the old Jockey's whips. We're doing them in the air fryer, obviously with a little bit of the old calorie control in mind, and health, of course. I'm using baked potatoes from ALDI to make the chips. I don't know why, I just find they make really good chips. I'm going to weigh them out just so I roughly know what we're dealing with in terms of calorie wise. I want about 350 grams of chips. The other half, Rach, will want about 250. So we've got put my teeth back in. We've got 642 grams there. Do you know what? This one is slightly, I feel that's slightly smaller. 10 grams smaller. Anyway, I'm going to make that. That'll do. I'll track mine at 400 grams. I don't mind. Potatoes are really low calorie, even if you make them into air fried chips. And then Rachel will have, about 200 and odd grams worth. Okay, little tip. Take a little bit of potato off, and that gives you a nice flat surface. Try and cut your chips nice and evenly, so they cook evenly. All right, I'm going to chop these up into chips, and I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Right, that's the spuds all chopped up. Leave the skin on, that's where the goodness is. I'm going to wash these a couple of times until the water runs clear to get the starch off, and then we're going to whack them in the microwave for 6 minutes on high. I will be picking those up and putting them back in there. Right, while the spuds are in the microwave, we'll get things set up for the smash burgers. So I'm going to use 1 frying pan, 2 frying pans. 2 frying pans. Both different sizes, it doesn't really matter. And in these pans we want some oil. And we are literally just going to use half a teaspoon in each one. A teaspoon of oil is 40 calories, so half a teaspoon in each one. Obviously these pans are cold because they've just come out the pan drawer. So I've got my teaspoon here, roughly half. Beautiful. Half in here. Very, very nice. Now these are Ninja frying pans, so they're really good non-stick pans, so you hardly need any oil. While they're cold, obviously don't do this if they're hot because you're going to burn your fingers. Take the oil that's in there and just give them a coating. And this will just stop the burgers sticking to the bottom. That's all you need. That's it. The pans are ready to go. Okay, the chips have been nuked to perfection. We're going back in with the scales because we're going to mess in the oil. I'm going to be bougie with the oil on the chips. I've got a bit of this avocado oil from ALDI, but you can use any you want. And we're just going to go in with a teaspoon. That's it. That's all you need. The chips are really hot, which means the oil will go very, I never know the word, but very liquidy. That's the word I'm using. As soon as they hit the hot chips, and that will be enough to give them all a nice coating. And then, of course, we want a little bit of the old salt in there as well. So give them a bit of a shake about, nice coating in the salt and the oil. Don't overload your air fryer when you're doing air fried chips. I'm going to split these between the 2 trays. Because we've got the Ninja Dual one. So half and half. I'm going to give them 10 minutes on 200, then give them a really vigorous shake, just like I'm doing now, and then they'll have another 5 or 10 minutes to finish them off. Right, let's get these burgers on the go. So, let's get the hobs on. And we want these really nice and hot, nice and smoking. We're using ALDI Ashfield's Grill 5% 4 skinny beef burgers, 120 20 calories each grilled. These aren't grilled, but there's no added fat going in there apart from a smidge. So I will track the oil. 20 calories, 20 calories. So 140 calories. Why am I doing them as smashed burgers? 5% fat burgers. Well, fat is flavour. So anything that's quite low fat generally could be lacking in flavour. How do we add flavour to a burger? Well, obviously we're going to season them as well, but giving them surface area, so basically there's more space for them to kind of get a bit of a tan, increases the flavour. That's pretty much it. And it's cool and trendy at the moment. So, yeah, that's the method behind the madness of doing smashed burgers. So I've got 2 5% fat burgers going on. One in each pan. I've got a fancy little press to give him a good smash. And what you also need as well, you don't have to have these, but it makes it a lot better, is a little bit of grease-proof paper. And as always, while we're waiting for those to heat up, we might as well be doing the dog's tea. Okay, we have certainly got at least one smoking hot pan. So we're going to take our burger into the centre, grease-proof paper, and we're going to give it a bit of welly. Beautiful. Beautiful. And have we got another smoking pan? Yes, we have. And we'll do this one at the same time. Not as much room for manoeuvring this pan, but it still does the job. Right, we'll just leave them now. We want to get a nice char on one side, and then we'll flip them over. Just before we flip them, we're going to add a little bit of salt, just for a nice bit of seasoning. Okay, give them a quick flip. Beautiful. Burgers are good to go. We're just going to put them on a tray and pop them in the oven to keep warm while everything else is ready and good to go. Going to put the cheese slice on now. Rachel's having a standard cheese slice. I'm having a light cheese slice. Rachel isn't a massive fan of them. Standard, light, you choose what you want. Difference in calories isn't massive, to be honest with you. That's 10 calories less than that. The big difference for me is that has 4.5 grams of protein in it. That has 1. You choose what you want. All right, these are going to go in the oven. Checked on the chips. They're looking decent. They'll be done in a couple of minutes. Nearly forgot. I still need the pans. Why do I need the pans? Because we're going to toast our brioche buns. We can get 3 in there and 1 in there. Okay, we've got nice toasted buns. A little bit of shredded lettuce on the bottom. Onto the old lettuce, we are going to put a little drizzle of Heinz burger sauce. And we're going in with our beautiful smash burgers. Oh, top of there, having a little bit of red onion, a little drizzle of Tommy K, and a few little dots. If there's any in here, there's a bit in. There's not a lot. There we go, and a few little dots of American mustard. Burger's done. Right, now we just need some Jockey's whips. And the last little thing we're going to have on here is 3 of these amazing, I absolutely love these, pickles. Yes, they are Mrs. Elwood's sandwich pickles. And there we go, smash burger and air fried chips. This is 669 calories. I don't know what the protein and fibre is. I will put it in the video. But yeah, that is tonight's weight loss tea. What do you reckon? Gonna give it a go.